Happy New Year, folks, because it's been a minute, like a long minute. But we're here. Okay, 2025. Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a good holiday. If you celebrate the holidays. And yeah, we are here for Caught in the Act, Unfaithful, Season 3, Episode 13, called On the Food Truck. Hey guys, it's your girl Victoria. Okay, so we're gonna start off getting introduced to a homegirl named Shay. She's in a relationship with a guy named Tony. They've been together for 2.5 years, and I guess they met through a mutual friend named Kristen because she's been friends with a girl named Kristen for 7 years, and they're both friends with her, so it's like they're all kumbaya, whatnot, right? Okay. Both Shay and Tony are private chefs, and they've been in talks about having like a restaurant together, but it looks like Tony ain't really jumping forth on that idea. He's kind of been lagging, because he had his own food truck and whatnot. So he's focused on that. Also, he hasn't been talking to her lately because, obviously, while we're on the show, she got to explain why she think he cheating on her. So he hasn't really been talking to her as of lately or as much. And, he's always out with clients and, acting distance and whatnot. And, sometimes Shay tries to, vent to her friend Kristen, but I guess Kristen is sort of in the middle because she's friends with the both of them and tells Shay, men are going to be men. Yeah. Kristen, we ain't believing a lick of what you're saying. Maybe Shay is, but, we not. From this moment, I'm just like, either you know something or you doing something with homeboy, and come to find out she is. So anyway, Shay says she's stressed, and whenever she's stressed, she starts drinking, and any traumatic thing that, goes on with her, she gonna drink. All right, cool. So Tammy gonna take on the case. We got Jennifer as the PI for the case. We get to day one. Day one, Tony leaving his place, goes to the food truck, his job, and then after work he goes home. 30 minutes later, a lady pulls up. He brings food to her car. It's a customer, client, or whatever you want to say. Then after that, we have later another girl pulling up, which is much younger, goes in the house, and they come out. I don't know if I think she goes in the house, but anyways, they come out. He has food that he gives her a hug, and she goes about her way. And who's the girl? Kristen. So it may not look like nothing because that's a friend, gives a friend a hug. Okay, cool, whatever, right? All right, cool. Get to day two. Tony leaves the house, goes to a bar. Now he's with a friend at a bar, and who's the person behind the bar? Kristen, because Kristen is a bartender. So I guess the customer, that's also Tony's friend, flirting with Kristen, gets her number, whatnot. He leaves, and then you got Tony looking at her like, what was that about? And then Kristen's just like, well, you still with Shay, and she's, what they got going on is still in the dark, so she's not moving forward with Tony until he does that situation with Shay. So I'm just kind of like, this is a classic case of, having my cake and eating it too, because you got a whole girl at home. So why are you upset that, Kristen is talking to somebody else or flirting with other people? Like, you full blown cheating on your girl. So you want, that's what I don't understand. You don't want to be loyal to your females. They're female, but you expect all the females you mess with to be loyal to you. Sir. Not happening. Anywho, later that night, he goes to Kristen's house, goes in there for like 1.5 hours. Look, I know you can't confirm what had done happen if you didn't see it happen, but we know what done happen. Okay, listen, you go in there at homegirl's house later in the evening and whatnot. I don't care if y'all friends, y'all fucking. So we get to day three. Day three, Kristen goes to his job and they talk about, how they had fun last night. When he went over to her house because, they fucked. And, she feeling homeboy. She don't want to hide them anymore. And, I guess they go in the food truck and, kiss and have sex in the food truck. Now, some people may see that as disgusting because, you making food that people gonna eat. I get it. But at the same time, people want to be spontaneous. Let them be spontaneous. As long as they ain't no food laying. Look, and as long as y'all sanitize before and after, look, whatever. But at the same time, that's effed up because you got a whole girl at home, Tony. Kristen, whatever you want, whatever. You foul as fuck. I mean, Tony is too. Both of y'all foul as fuck. At the end of the day. So anyway, we get to after that, we have Shay meeting up with Tammy and Kim to go over the footage. And, obviously she's distraught. She, runs off, takes off her shoes, run away, falls to the ground, all dramatic and whatnot. Tammy goes to her and brings her back to the table. You got Shay, still acting distraught, saying she needs a drink. And it's like, girl, I understand you stressed out, but, you choosing every excuse to drink is not the beat. It's not, girl, you need help. So, anywho, Tammy offers her the team up or the takedown, so she chooses the takedown. Obviously, like, this is one of those situations where it's like, Ain't no team up because Kristen definitely knows what she's doing. Clearly, both of them know what they're doing. So anyway, we get to the takedown. So Kristen and Tony, they're at his food truck, at their table talking, and then Shay runs up to them, shoes off, gets the mustard on the table, squirts the mustard on them. Excuse me, Tammy and Ken, obviously, when everything goes chaotic, they run out to, explain what's going on. And, Tammy pulls Tony to talk to the side. And, he expresses that, her acting crazy is a trigger for him. And he admits that he's wrong for, stepping out on her, especially with her best friend, Kristen. But, I guess he been messing with Kristen like a few months ago. But, Kristen came on to him first. Is that supposed to justify you cheating on your girl? Like, I don't understand why y'all be saying this stuff. Like, okay, she came on to you. So did you have to accept that, invitation, that seduction? Like, shut the fuck up. Y'all just be saying stuff just to be saying stuff sometimes. Because I just really be looking at you like, what is that supposed to do for us? What information is this supposed to, like, help us to understand why you did what you did? No, it shouldn't matter if someone comes onto you or... All right. Whatever you say, Tony. But, Kristen always liked him. Once again, what I got to do with anything? Unless you want to be with Kristen, and if that's the case, you should have broke up with Shay before you messed around with Kristen. Shut up. I don't got time for this. Like, don't bring this in 2025, y'all, because this is the dumbest. Like, why can't we just be real about it? Like, yeah, I wanted to fuck, so I fucked, and yeah, I didn't, break up with her because I wanted my cake and eat it too. Like, if y'all was just honest, like, it's still fucked up what you did. But if y'all was just honest about this, like, okay. Anyway, Kristen give him peace that Shay don't give him. So it seems like Kristen, from what you're saying, is the better candidate. So why not end it with the lesser candidate? Even though you're going to, choose the candidate that don't give you no peace. Make it make sense. So anyway, Ken talking with Kristen and Shay. Kristen said that, he came on to her because Shay acts crazy like how she acting now. And, she gives him the peace, pretty much kind of saying the same thing that he was saying. She gives him peace that, Shay don't give him. Once again, why couldn't we tell Shay this and tell her, like, he's breaking up with her and y'all gonna be together instead of going behind her back and doing all this bullshit? Especially knowing how crazy she is. Y'all don't make no sense. Y'all make no sense whatsoever. But anyway, Tammy pulls Shay to talk with Tony, and, Tony apologizes, and, Shay tells him that he's been distant, and that causes her to start drinking because, she has no one else, and, I guess they kind of make up and agree to work on the relationship and kick Kristen to the curb. Moral of the story. And I'm just like, so all of this just to be still together, like, because y'all swear y'all gonna be leaving somebody if you find out they cheat on you just for you to not leave them when you find out they cheated on you. Like, I don't... Okay. Anyway, so then we have Ken talking with Kristen, and she expresses that she was interested in Tony before she introduced him to Shay, and she'd rather pursue her relationship with Tony than work out her friendship with Shay, because she knows that friendship with Shay is done, and you rather pursue your relationship with Tony. It shows that you're conniving bitch. Like, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. I mean, you already wasn't shit, but like, you're proving how much of ain't shit that you really, whatever. But I mean, I guess she was in the hopes that Tony was gonna leave Shay to be with her, and so in some cases it does happen. But usually, if they didn't leave the girl already to be with you, solely, they're probably not gonna do it. And in this case, he didn't. Sorry, Kristen, I mean, I can't say you are the weakest link, but like, you was not, like, you're dismissed. There's a door. You're dismissed. So Tammy gets Kristen to talk with Tony and Shay. So Kristen expresses that she didn't come on to him because, Tammy was like, oh, Tony said you came on to him. She's like, no, she didn't come on to him. They had a moment and both kissed at the same time. But I'm looking at my notes. I'm like, didn't you just say Tony came on to you? Because he was trying to vent to you about, I guess maybe that was the moment she's talking about, because she said they had a moment and they both kissed at the same time. So maybe that was the moment she was trying to talk about. Okay. But initially Tony came to you is what you was telling Ken. But okay, well, whatever. And, at the end of the day, Tony, no matter what Kristen says, whatever, he gonna stick beside Shay. So he tells Kristen he's not gonna be friends with her no more. She said it's okay, and it's unfortunate that he can't be real with himself. Real with himself how? Because you thought he was gonna be with you, so now you're in Delulu land thinking like, oh, he really wants to be with you, but he acted for the cameras. Well, I mean, come to find out, 3 months later, Shay and Tony, they still together, and they have no contact with you, Kristen. So what are we talking about? They've been working, going to counseling, working on their relationship, and Shay says she hasn't been drinking, and instead she's navigating that energy or stress to working out to relieve her stress, whatnot. So that's good. I hope you continue with that, Shay, and hopefully, you can work on your issues. I know you definitely have abandonment issues from what I've seen in this episode, and hopefully that works out better for you. Tony, stop cheating. Kristen, get your own man. That was the end of the episode. Happy New Year, folks. My break is done. Vacation home, vacation done, family back up north, and I said, okay, Friday night. Like, I mean, y'all not gonna get this on Friday. Y'all probably gonna get this on a Monday, but back to the grind it is. We got videos to knock out. So, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, that's okay. I think I was talking too fast that I didn't make no jokes for you to laugh at. But, come back whenever I post the next episode. I can't even say next week, bro, because there's already another Car in the Act Unfaithful. I think that's the last one of this season. I don't know. But, Lord. Anywho, I got a lot. Comment down below what you thought about this episode. I was so sorry. Be easy, lemon squeeze, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.